Incident report 2,607,942 date 07/03/2026 1922 author EMT-P medic 501 was dispatched emergent to mile marker 8 for a 26-year-old female in distress. PT stated that she and her husband were camping when something attempted to attack them. PT repeatedly described the animal as a creature or something not human. PT stated that her husband drew his rifle and fired several shots in the direction of this creature. PT stated that the creature began speaking English to them. PT was unable to articulate what the creature had said. PT described this animal as abnormally fast and aggressive. PT stated that the creature made its way to her husband and dragged him into the tree line. PT stated that she had attempted to flee from the campground at that time. PT reported that she was able to flag down a passerby on the highway and call 911 for assistance. PT stated that she takes Lexapro for anxiety. PT denied chest pain, difficulty breathing, nausea, vomiting, headaches, changes in vision, prior history of hallucinations, drug use, alcohol use, or any recent changes in medications. Upon arrival, PT was found standing upright next to a bystander's vehicle. PT had a patent, self-maintained airway. Respirations were rapid at 30 breaths/min. Skin was pink, warm, and diaphoretic. PT was alert and oriented ×4 with a GCS of 15. Pupils were 4 mm, equal, round, and reactive to light. PT spoke in full sentences and communicated clearly and coherently. PT showed no obvious signs of trauma to the head, neck, or spine. PT's clothing appeared disheveled, with several tears present in her shirt and pants, as well as dirt scattered throughout. PT otherwise appeared clean and well-groomed. PT was visibly panicked on scene and remained unresponsive to standard non-pharmacological interventions, including breathing exercises. Due to PT's severe panic state, PT was administered 4 mg of versed IM on scene. PT's vital signs and condition were monitored throughout care. PT had approximately 16 superficial lacerations to her face and upper and lower extremities, all measuring less than 1 cm in length. Bleeding was controlled prior to EMS arrival. No other visible injuries were identified at this time. PT denied any head, neck, or spinal injuries. Initial vital signs: BP 154/96 mmHg/HR 142 bpm/RR 30 breaths/min CPG 122 mg/dl/eg sinus tachycardia primary impression anxiety/panic with reported visual and auditory hallucinations. Upon arrival on scene, PT was located and contact was made. PT was assessed at this time. MEG 501 crew placed a 12-lead EKG on PT. PT vital signs were obtained. PT's EKG was interpreted by medic 501 paramedic as sinus tachycardia. A rapid trauma assessment was completed on scene with no sign of significant injury identified. PT's eyes were evaluated and a CBG reading was obtained. PT was assisted onto the gurney at this time. PT was administered 4 mg of versed IM in the left deltoid. Due to her current panicked state, PT was secured to the gurney using all provided seat belts and side wings. PT was moved into the back of the ambulance. PT's vital signs and condition were monitored throughout transport. During transport, PT began to calm down, but continued to intermittently resist reassurance and required continued verbal de-escalation. PT was transported to hospital without further incident. Upon arrival at the hospital, PT was brought inside and transferred to the hospital bed via sheet carry. A complete handoff report was provided to the receiving RN. Medic 501 cleared and returned to service. All movements, treatments, and procedures were completed without further injury or incident occurring to PT. Addendum: if you are reading this, then it means I finally did it. For the last several days, I have been trying to get some type of message out surrounding this patient. I've tried everything to tell someone about this call I had. I've texted people about it, and the message would say something like cannot be delivered even when I was connected to Wi-Fi. I've tried calling friends and family about it. Every time I would try to talk about it, my call would drop and it would brick my phone for about an hour. I've tried apps like Instagram, Snapchat, and even Reddit. Everything seems to block me from talking about this call. The only thing that wasn't flagged was my report I had to send in for work. So, that's why I'm here. Genuinely, this call was strange. Outside not being able to talk about it, this lady who we saw showed no typical signs of any drug use. She seemed completely in her right mind, just terrified, to the point we had to use a chemical restraint. Her medical history showed no signs of hallucinations or any mental illnesses. It's hard to put into words the feeling of that highway that night as well. Not to sound cliche, but I definitely felt like someone was there with us. After that call, I spoke to some of the police officers that went looking for the husband. They all said the same thing too. Not a single one of them found a shred of of evidence that there was even a campsite there. No pickup like the women mentioned. No fires, no trash, no tents, just leaves and dirt in a clearing. Not even tire marks. The only thing they were able to find was a hot spot in the clearing using the TIC camera. I genuinely don't know if she dreamt all this up, hallucinated it or what. But I can say that in my 10 years of EMS experience, she definitely was not high or mentally ill. She felt truthful in every word. It's unfortunate that this isn't the only strange call I've had in this stretch of highway.